Now we travel to ancient Egypt. These creation myths are preserved in the pyramid texts, some carved as early as 2400 BCE. Before the world existed, there was only water, endless, dark, silent. This was noon, the primeval ocean. From this water a mound rose, the first land, and upon it stood the first creator, Atum. Atum was alone. He created by will, by breath, by naming. From Atum came Shu, the air, and Tefnut, the moisture. They were the first movement. From Shu and Tefnut came Geb, the earth, and Nut, the sky. Geb and Nut loved each other. They clung together. Sky pressed against earth. There was no space, no air to breathe, no room for light. The sun god saw this and commanded Shu to separate them. Shu lifted Nut. He raised her high above Geb. His arms became the pillars of the sky. Nut arced over the world. Her body became the heavens. Her fingers touched the horizon. Her stars were born. Below her, Geb lay stretched. The earth began to breathe. Space was created. Air moved. Life became possible. Though separated, Geb and Nut still created. Nut gave birth to 5 children: Osiris, Isis, Seth, Nephthys, Horus the Elder. These gods shaped the world of men. But that story is another story. Creation did not begin with peace. It began with separation, with lifting, with balance. Light was not meant to destroy darkness, but to rise from it and live beside it. Now we move north to Scandinavia. This myth is preserved in Prose Edda, written by Snorri Sturluson around 1200 CE. In the beginning, there was nothing. No land, no sea, no sky. Only a vast emptiness. Ginnungagap. On one side, fire, Muspelheim. On the other, ice, Niflheim. When the heat met cold, ice melted, and from the dripping frost, a being was born. His name was Ymir. He was the first giant, and he was not alone. From the ice also came a cow, Embla. She licked the salty ice, and from it emerged a god, Buri. Buri fathered Bor. Bor fathered 3 sons, Odin, Vili, Vi. Ymir lived, and from his body more giants were born. The gods watched, and they feared chaos. So Odin and his brothers acted. They killed Ymir. His blood poured out and drowned the giants. From Ymir's body they shaped the world. From his flesh, the land. From his blood, the seas. From his bones, the mountains. From his teeth and broken jaw, rocks. From his skull, the sky. And from his brains, the clouds. They placed the sky above the earth and set sparks from Muspelheim as stars. They created the sun, Sol, and the moon, Mani, to chase them across the sky. They formed Midgard, the world of humans, and around it a wall to keep the giants out. Walking along the shore, the gods found two trees, an ash, Ask, an elm, Embla. They gave them breath, mind, and life. But this myth makes no promise. The gods know the truth. The world they built will end. Fire will return, ice will rise, and even the gods will fall. These myths disagree in details. One speaks of titans, one of gods in the sky, one of fire and ice. But they agree on something deeper. Creation is not gentle, it is not perfect, and it is never safe. In Greece, the world begins when a son turns against his father, when power is taken, when order is carved out of violence. In Egypt, the world begins when two lovers are pulled apart, when space is created by separation, when life exists only because closeness ends. In the north, the world begins with a killing, a body broken, a sacrifice that becomes land, sky, and sea. So the world exists because something changed, because something broke, because something was separated or willingly destroyed. And that's why creation myths are not really about the past. They are about how it feels to be human, to grow by leaving something behind, to become by losing, to live in a universe that was never promised to be kind, but was shaped anyway, by struggle, by separation, and by sacrifice, just like us.